Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia. Let's get started in the center of our page with the upper eyelid. So we move over to the left side and draw a curve. From the outside we're going to curve in and then down on the inside. Let's leave a gap in the center and do the same thing over on the right. So we're going to line up the inside, curve up, and then out. Now we're going to tuck the eyes in underneath the eyelid. So it's a half circle. From the left side, we're going to step in, curve around towards the bottom, and then up on the inside, leaving a little overlap on the inside of the eye. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Curve down towards the bottom, and then up towards the top. Now we're going to tuck two smaller half circles underneath the eyelid. Starting on the left, we're going to step in, just follow the same curve of that circle, all the way up towards the top. Do the same thing on the right side. Now let's fill the pupils in black. Now from here we'll draw the hair coming down in the center of the forehead. Directly above the left eye, we'll step up to the top, curve down, and then pull that in. Now I'm going to taper this back up, curving up towards the top. Now we're going to come down in between the eyes. Curve down and then in towards the middle. Now I'm going to curve this up and out towards the right. Then tapering this up. Now I'm going to draw one more coming down towards the right eye. Come down and in. Now I'm going to flare this out towards the right, going up and then out towards the same height. Now we're going to draw on the side of the hair. Starting from the left side, we're going to curve out and down, aiming towards the outside corner of the eyelid. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. Curving out and then down. Now I just want to taper this back up, going up towards the left and then the right. Now I'm going to draw the hair coming around the side of the head. From this point, I'm going to step up, curve around the eye, and then in. And then again, we're going to taper this back up, going out, and then up. Now we're going to come down a little bit further with the hair. Starting from the tip, we'll step up, curve down, and then in. And we'll round out the side of the head. We're going to go out, up. I'm just going to hook that in. Now we're going to move back in and draw the nose and mouth. Starting in the center, right down here, we're going to draw a curve from left to right, coming down and then up. Now we're going to step down and draw in the mouth. Starting on the left, we're going to go straight across. Let's draw in the lower part of the head. Starting from this point of the hair, we're going to curve down and then in toward the center. We're going to round out the chin and then curve up and out towards the right, aiming towards that point in the hair. Now let's give them some eyebrows. Starting on the outside of the eye, we're going to step up. We're going to angle down and in. Stop right about there. Let's do the same thing on the right. Lining this up, we're going to angle up and then out underneath the hair. Now from the inside, I'm going to draw two short lines going up. Now we want to taper this out towards that outside point. So it gets thicker as we come in. Then we'll fill the eyebrows in black. Now we're going to flare out the side of the hair. Starting on the side on the left, I'm going to curl down and then out. Now I'm going to pull this in and then up towards the side of the head. Just pull that up to right about there. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Curve down and out. Curve in and then up along the side of the head. Now over on the left, we're going to add one more point of hair curling out. From the top, we're going to step down, curve down, and then out. Now I'm going to taper this back in and then up towards the side of the head. Now I just want to round out the top of the head. From this point, I'm going to curve around, up, in towards the middle. Now I'm going to bring this back down towards this side on the right. Round this out, come down. I just want to tuck this in behind the side of the hair on the right side. Now let's separate out the hair. Starting from the center, curve out, and then down towards the left. Now I'm going to taper this back up towards the right side. Let's do that again. Curving down towards the left. And again, we're going to taper this back up and over towards the right. Now from here, I'm going to curve out and then down towards that center point. Now we're going to move to the side and tuck the ears in underneath this curl. Starting on the left side, we're going to curve down and then in behind the head. We'll do the same thing on the right. Let's add a little bit of hair on the side. Underneath the earlobe on the left, I'm going to curve down and then in. Then we'll go up and pull that in behind the head. Let's do the same thing over on the right. Underneath the earlobe, curve down and in. Go up and in behind the head. Now that we complete the head, let's work our way down the body. We're going to start with the sides of the body first. So over on the left side, underneath the head, we're going to curve out and then down towards the hip. Let's go over to the right side, curve out and down towards the right hip. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a curve. Going down the middle and then back up. Now I'm going to step up and draw on the top of the belt, following that same curve going across. We're going to add 2 belt loops on either side. So on the left, we're going to draw 2 straight lines coming down side by side. Go over to the right and do the same thing. Now let's move up and draw on the collar. On the left side, underneath the head, we're going to draw a straight line coming down the side. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're going to connect these 2 points with a straight line going across. Let's add a few vertical lines going across the collar. Starting on the left, we're going to step in. We're just going to continue this pattern all the way across towards the right. Now in the center, underneath the collar, we're going to draw a V. And then from the bottom of the V, we'll draw a straight line coming down towards the top of the belt. Let's add the straps to the side of the body. From the top of the body on the left, we're going to step out, curve around, and I'm just going to pull that in about halfway down the side of the body. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving around and then pulling that in. Let's add a couple lines along the top and the bottom. Starting at the top on the left, we'll draw one straight line going across. Line this up on the right side. Now we'll come down to the bottom and do the same thing. Now let's continue working down the legs. In the center, we're going to step down, draw a curve from left to right, going up and then down. Leaving a gap in the center, we're going to go to the left side, curve out, and then down towards the left heel. And then on the right, we'll go out and down towards the right heel. Let's round out the bottom of the feet. From the heel, I'm going to curve down and then back up towards the toe. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now let's draw on the top of the foot. Starting from the toe, I'm going to draw a half circle, aiming towards the heel, but we're not going to go all the way. We're going to stop right about there. Now we're going to thicken up the sole. I want to take this curve and just duplicate it right up above. And leave an even spaced gap in between. Now back up towards the hip, we're going to round out the side of the leg. Starting from the left hip, curve out, round up the leg, and then pull that in towards the top of the foot. Let's add the boot cuff. On the left side, we're going to curve down and then up towards the inside of the leg. We'll line this up on the right side and do the same thing. Now we're going to step down and draw that same curve for the bottom of the boot cuff. From the bottom of the cuff, we're going to draw a straight line coming down towards the top of the foot. We'll do the same thing on the right. Underneath each belt loop, I'm going to draw a small circle. And then at the bottom of each circle, we're going to draw an upside down V, going up and down. Now back on the left side, at the bottom of the V, we're going to draw 2 straight lines coming down, and we'll close off the bottom with a straight line. Let's do the same thing on the right. Coming down with 2 straight lines, and then we'll close off the bottom. Now we're going to move back up and draw on the arms. From the bottom of the strap, we're going to curve out, and then down towards the wrist. Let's do the same thing on the right side. And then back on the left side, we're going to start with the thumb. From the wrist, we're going to draw a small half circle coming in and then back out. At the end of the thumb, we'll draw a bracket. Now at the bottom of the thumb, I'm going to curve down and then up around that bracket. Let's add 2 more fingers. Starting at the bottom of this finger, curve down and up. Now on the side of this finger, we're going to curve out the 3rd finger, round up the arm, and we're going to pull this in towards the top of the strap. Let's do the same thing on the right side. Start with a half circle for the thumb, and then a bracket. At the bottom of the thumb, we'll curve down and up around the bracket. Step down, curve down and up the 2nd finger. Now on the side of this finger, we're going to go out, round up the arm, and then pull that in towards the top of the strap. Let's add in some wristbands. Starting from the inside of the wrist, we're going to curve down and then back up. Now I'm going to step up and draw that same curve going across. Let's do the same thing over on the right. And then from the inside, I'm going to step up, curve out, and up towards the outside of the arm. Now we're going to add some detail to the wristband. Starting from the top corner, we're going to step down, draw an angled line coming down and in. From the bottom, we're going to go up, angle down and in. And then we'll close off the inside with a straight line. Now let's go to the inside. Angle down and in from the top and bottom. And then we'll close this off. On the inside, we're going to add a square. So leaving a gap on either side, we'll draw a short line coming down, close off the top, and then the bottom with a straight line. Let's do the same thing over on the right. And finally, draw that center square. And one final thing we want to do is add the belt buckle in center. So from the top in the middle, we're going to step down, draw a short line going across. Go from the bottom, so we'll step up, draw another line going across. Connect the left side with a straight line, and then the right. Now we move over from the top of the belt, we'll draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom, and then on the right side. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.